Okay, sis, tell me, how old were you when it first started being drilled into your head that you had to work twice as hard to be considered half as good? I was 6 years old. First grade. Does any other demographic do that to their children? I wonder. Put it in the comments below. How old were you when you started having it drilled into your head that you had to work twice as hard, be twice as good, to be considered half as good as everybody else? Because I'm pretty certain that that's just one of the reasons that Black women have this perfectionist thing. Did you know that Black women are the highest educated demographic in the United States? Might even be the world, but definitely in the United States. If if Black women were a zodiac sign, we would be the perfectionists of the zodiac sign. I've been listening to a lot of personal finance podcasts, and I hear it so much where Black women feel like they have to go back to school to get the master's, to get the PhD, to get the higher degree, because they want to be respected, because they want to be taken seriously as they climb the corporate ladder. Getting into debt to get these degrees to be respected, and it don't work. They gonna treat you how they gonna treat you. And look, I have a master's degree. I have a master's degree from NYU in education, and I am driving a truck, which takes all of a GED. So, yeah, we gonna let go of that perfectionist thing. So one of the things, I made the rookie fail video that you all requested, and it's full of mistakes. So I'm not going to re-record it, but I am going to explain some terms to you because I know that it's a whole different language, right? I say I'm trilingual, but I'm actually realizing, no, I'm quadrilingual because I speak English. I speak Bajan because my family's from Barbados. I speak stock market, and now I speak truck. So when I made the video, I got tractor and trailer mixed up. I said trailer when I meant tractor. I said tractor when I meant trailer so many times. So I want to explain those to you. So the tractor is the short part of the truck, where the driver sits. And if you're just driving the tractor without any trailer attached, that is called driving bobtail. And so how it attaches is there's a fifth wheel, right? So this is my windshield up here, and the back of the truck. Next time you see a truck rolling around without the trailer, you'll see this semicircle in the back, and it's all greased up, and it has a split in the middle. So that is the fifth wheel. And then trailer, on the bottom of the trailer, there's a kingpin. And so the kingpin fits into the fifth wheel, and then that is locked into place by something called a locking jaw. So the locking jaw holds the fifth wheel into place so that the tractor and trailer stay attached. You can move to the right, you can move to the left, but it's not going to come out. So there can't be any space in between the top of the fifth wheel and the bottom of the trailer. So yes, you have a split in the middle of the greasy fifth wheel, in which goes the kingpin, and it has to have the lock and jaw tightly around it. Get your mind out the gutter. I didn't make it up. This is a male-dominated field. I don't know who made it up. It wasn't me, but that's what it is. So I just wanted to make sure that that was clear. Did you guys see the documentary on Netflix called Twin Flames? So it's a cult. I like watching true crime. I like watching cult stuff. So it's a couple that started a cult that the promise was they would help people find their twin flame, that one true love that was meant to be, right? So they totally just took advantage of people's desire for love, right? They had people like stalking people, like, no, that is your twin flame, go get them. And at one point when they were, being questioned because they were doing super shady things, which I won't tell you about in case you decide to watch it, all of a sudden the wife of the couple was giving birth to this immaculate baby Grace, right? And she couldn't be so bothered with answering all these questions and inquiries because it was stressing her out, and it was going to affect baby Grace, who was going to be this perfect baby. And so here's my thing. Like, if Black women were a zodiac sign, we would be the perfectionists of the zodiac sign. And I think that we need to let it go. So what we're going to do is we are going to give birth to our own baby grace, except it's going to be self-grace. We are going to release the perfectionist stuff, and we are going to give ourselves grace, embrace imperfection going forward. That is what we are going to be all about. Okay? I am Essence Revealed, and I am documenting my journey going from actor to tractor. I am a 48-year-old rookie truck driver, and I am on a journey to financial independence and life freedom. And I really want to show Black women who are in their 40s or older that it's never too late to start over, and that fear of starting over, fear of what people think, fear of judgment, all of it is a lie. All of it is a lie. All of it is a lie. So like, subscribe, share, hit that little bell so that you are aware of when I make my next videos. So here is the rookie fail video that you all requested. Hello there, play cousins and sisters from another mister. It is Essence Revealed, and I am having a rookie mistake moment today. There are so many things that you don't learn as a truck driver that you can only learn when on the job, and one of the things is how to manage your clock properly. So, story. Today I stopped, well, last night I stopped so that I could do a split sleeper, so split up the 10-hour break that I'm mandated to take, so that I could get ahead on the morning rush hour traffic in Chicago, because I'm delivering a load in Chicago, and their rush hour traffic, I mean, their traffic period is off the hook, but rush hour can especially be off the hook. So I call myself trying to get ahead of it and stop so that I could get up early and get to my load, get to my delivery early. Yeah, that didn't work out. I ended up having to stop and getting to my delivery late because of the way it was split up. So getting used to the clock is one of those rookie mistakes that I think everyone has to go through and no one really talks about. So I've made a lot of mistakes that most rookies make, you know. So for example, backing up is a challenge for me. I don't know why schools don't spend more time teaching future truck drivers how to back up. So if you plan on getting a CDL, make sure that you put emphasis on spending as much time as you can on learning how to back this thing up. Driving this thing is not the problem. Driving it is quite simple compared to having to learn how to back this up at angles and such like that. And they just don't spend enough time in schools on it. So my suggestion is, when you're out of school, or if you have someone that you know that has a truck, spend time practicing backing, because that is the most challenging thing. Or if you end up at a company with a training program, ask if you can be put with a local trainer who has to back up several times a day before you head out OTR, over the road. So yeah, backing, learning how to run your clock. Backing and learning how to run your clock are two rookie mistakes that are bound to give you some challenges. Let's see. I was backing up under a trailer to connect to it, and the trailer was left pretty high on the landing gear, you know, the two parts that hold up the trailer when it's not on a tractor. And so I went and I looked back there, and it looked like my there's something called a fifth wheel and a kingpin that connects the trailer into the tractor. And everything looked like it was lined up pretty well, so I just started backing on up to connect the tractor and the trailer. Well, the tractor was a bit high, and so the connection that was supposed to happen like this completely missed and went like this, and kaboom went my tractor into the trailer. Apparently that's a thing that happens. So what you have to do is you have to crank the landing gear so that there's no space in between the fifth wheel and the top of the trailer. Now, when you're in school, they tell you there should be no space between the tractor and the trailer. When you're out on the road, there's so many little bits and pieces that you've learned that until you get to some practical application, it don't really click. But it has clicked now. So I am always making sure that I have zero space in between the tractor and the trailer before I back under it now. So yeah, if you are the type of person that is a perfectionist or is used to, you know, I'm the type of person, I work hard. If I'm gonna do something, I want to do the very best job I can at it. And so typically if I decide to do something, I'm willing to work hard, I'm going to do well at it. Trucking will humble you. It will humble you. It will humble you. You gotta let the perfectionist thing go. I've had to I have had to remind myself that I'm making rookie mistakes because I'm a rookie. And I'm trying to give myself some grace because I can be really, really hard on myself. You know, I grew up Caribbean. Caribbean parents aren't the easiest on you. So I still have those voices in my head that I have to remind myself aren't useful, right? When you're in a new situation. So, yeah, rookie mistakes that they don't tell you about. Managing your clock, working the clock, backing up under a trailer properly, making sure that your landing gear is down enough. Luckily I was trained well where I come when I'm disconnecting from a tractor, I come out very, very slowly. And so there was that one time where the landing gear wasn't low enough. So if I had just pulled out from underneath that trailer, it would have went kaboom, and that is an absolute no-no in trucking. So always pull out from under your trailer very slowly so that if your landing gear isn't right, then you know, the back of the truck will catch the trailer and the trailer won't go kaboom, because trailer go kaboom could mean job go kaboom as well. So one thing I did where I was like, oh, please tell me that somebody else has made this mistake. It was about my second or third week in my own truck. And typically what happens is if you're going to say pick up a loaded trailer, then you'll drive there with an empty trailer to leave in exchange so that, you know, more loads can be left for your company in the trailer. You take one away, you replace one, right? That's typically how things go. Or you attach to an empty trailer because you're going somewhere to have it be loaded to take it to the next place. Well, I had my load assignment and I got my truck ready, my tractor, and I did my pre-trip and I headed out so that I could get to where I was getting to early. And about an hour in, it dawned on me that I wasn't attached to a trailer. I was just bobtail. Bobtailing means you're driving your tractor with no trailer attached. There's a whole new language too. I like to say I'm trilingual now. I speak English, I speak Bajan because my family's from Barbados, and now I speak trucker. So I was driving bobtail about an hour out and I said to myself, wait a minute, I don't have a tractor attached to me. I wonder if I was supposed to bring an empty with me on the way there. So I called. Yeah, I just drove my happy little new driver self on out the yard with no trailer, and I was supposed to have a trailer, and I said, oh, please tell me somebody else has made this mistake before. And they were like, yeah, no, this is a new one. So I ended up having to go someplace where we had empties and picking up an empty there and then heading on to where I was originally headed. So far that was my my biggest well, my most original rookie fail, because apparently no one has ever left without an empty from the yard to go head on where they were heading. So yeah, you know, I used to watch a lot of ladies trucking videos when I was deciding whether I could even do this or not. And everyone shows the pretty driving pictures and talks about how great it is to be a trucker. And maybe you'll see videos about the pros and cons in terms of trucking as an overall industry or being a woman in the industry. But there's some little details as a new trucker that I just don't see people talking about. And these are some of the things that happen. So when you're new out there on the road, just know you're going to make mistakes, and you know, it's not going to be perfect. No matter how hard a worker you are, no matter how much of a perfectionist you are, no matter how used to you are at being good at things, trucking will humble you. And so you just have to go in expecting that you're going to learn something new every day. I mean, I have a friend who's been driving since 1976, and he tells me that he still learns every single day. So go in giving yourself grace, knowing that you are going to make mistakes. I have a notebook where I write down at the end of each week things that I've learned, because there's just always something to learn. Literally in school, they teach you how to drive the truck forward on the streets. They teach you how to do a few maneuvers, that one of which you'll never have to use. I had to parallel park to get my CDL. I'm never gonna have to parallel park out here. You do an offset, which is starting in one parking space and then going back into one that's on the opposite side of it, and reverse, straight, backwards, straight. And you have to do a pre-trip, which seems to give people the most challenge, and it's just memorization. It's just memorization. It's just memorization. Study. Sit down with the paper, stand in front of the truck engine and study the paper. That's what the pre-trip is all about. But after that, you have your CDL and then you got to learn how to be a truck driver. So yeah, this is Essence Revealed, and I am just documenting my journey of going from actor to tractor. And this is one of those days where I learned that I do not have a mastery of how to do a proper sleeper berth. So that will be going into my little notebook of things I learned this week, how to properly calculate this sleeper berth thing. If you want to continue to follow my journey, please do click like, subscribe, share the video if someone else you know is thinking about becoming a truck driver or just curious about the industry or looking to start a new career at 48. Hi, I'm 48 years old and I'm a new truck driver after being a performer for over 3 decades. So if you are someone who thinks that it's too late to start over, follow my journey, follow my journey, follow my journey. It's not too late to start over. If you are someone that thinks that starting over means it has to be perfect or it's not working, follow my journey. I'm making all the rookie mistakes and I still have a job and I still love my job. And I'm still so excited to be doing it and get to learn. This is actually the first job that I've had that I get a weekly paycheck. The pay rates fluctuate, but I'm a performer. I'm used to getting a check 1 month for a commercial that I shot the year before, and then I have to live off of it for the next 3 or 4 months. So actually getting a check every week is like vacation to me, even though the amounts will go up and down because I'm used to budgeting by percentage, right? So every week I'm going to put X percentage aside, no matter what, no matter how big or small the check is. All of my savings and investing is going into percentages. So yeah, click like, subscribe, follow the journey, actor to tractor, starting over at 48 and having to release the perfectionist inside of me. See you guys in the next video.